Yes, sir. What it do? It's your boy First Class. You know what it is. Klass and Session. What it do, Jay here?
What up, man? It's Jay here, man. About to get into it with the 1-2.
Yes, sir.
1-2.
You know how we do. Big Dion advocates over here. They always kind of seem like they got something to talk about. You know what I mean?
Good or bad.
Good or bad. We start off good yesterday. It's 29-0.
Start off better than you ever started, even when you win.
Right. It's 29-0. Somewhere in it just happened.
Start out.
Man, and the bad thing about it is you see how much, like, we even invested. That's why we talk about it so much. You know what I'm saying? We invested. Sure. You got people invested in you. And it's not that you letting them down. It's just more about letting yourself down because you got an expectation for yourself.
Right.
The coaches have expectation for you and for themselves as well. And it's like, man, you want to see it be so great, and it's just not there yet.
I mean, and you understand, shit, everybody lose. You know what I'm saying? It's just we want them to be that Alabama, that
already,
you know, Clemson and all that shit. It's like they what 4-3. They,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? They still not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you said, everybody just want to win every game.
It's it's the expectation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's one thing about life. You know what I mean? You can be a little bit less disappointed the less expectations you have of people. Right, you know what I'm saying? Nah, besides yourself.
Nah, facts.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we still rooting for the Buffaloes. We still rooting for Dion. Still got a chance to make it a bowl game.
Yeah, they got,
you know what I mean? So you still got high hopes.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right, man. They're gonna be all right.
And I always put love and light and share about Dion because of what he's done for me. Is building my confidence, building those kids' confidence. So we always gonna share light on that situation. That's something we always gonna do with Klass and Session. There's a lot of stuff going on nowadays, and these ladies, they've been lashing out.
It's real life.
And I always said I wasn't gonna like women bash or
right.
I will always have a woman on here if I want to talk about topics. But at the end of the day, this is something that's kind of burning my soul, burning your soul. I mean, everybody's kind of chiming in on the Jada and Will situation.
Yeah.
And it just made me think about lately these dudes been the ones asking for the divorce when we know the common thing when we was growing up, I would say, what we know.
Right, is the woman.
The woman is asking for the divorce. What are some of the things you think that it could have been? Besides, we gonna get to the Jada thing, but besides, like with the Jeezy, with the Damian Lillard, what are some of the things?
I mean, but I think men are getting a little smarter when it comes to the contracts and the.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying, and the divorce and the actual what's read between the lines. I think we're getting a lot more educated because you can actually write your own.
Right.
Wedding contract out. You know, a lot of people don't know that. They just sign what the basic deal is, and that definitely don't go for men. You know what I mean?
At all.
And I think, you know, men are starting to, because the one thing women love to say, it's 2023, it ain't the old times. Now men are kind of like, yeah, you're right. It's different for everybody.
Right.
So now let me go do my little litigations and make sure I cover myself. And honestly, I think anytime you're trying to match negativity, when I say negativity as far as like divorce and you you protect yourself and protect mine, I don't think it's gonna end for the better.
Right.
You know, because now everybody's using divorce as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? And so
and it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Divorce is an embarrassing word. You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Like we just talked about it. Young Jeezy situation, he was with his wife. I mean, he was with her,
for a minute.
About 2-3 years. Yeah. And then they got married for 2 years. And then now he asked for the divorce. Damian Lillard, that's his day one.
That was day one.
You know what I mean? No. So I kind of look at it like, what are we, besides when the public looking at the relationship, we put out this perception of what it may be, but in actuality, I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at Jeezy, the dude I think Jeezy is, and then I see this lady. I'm like, man, they don't even match. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what was it? What was the quote you said?
Oh, I said,
purpose.
Pursue people for your purpose, not for your pleasure.
Exactly. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, mental health is a big thing.
Right.
Like real talk. So anything like as far as like this, if you don't want to deal with it every day, I wouldn't marry at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
We dudes, you know what I'm saying? We got our own minds. We want to do different things. But at the end of the day, marriage is a big commitment. I even told my youngest brother this because he's married. I didn't choose marriage as my first, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been in love. I have relationships and partners, and it's not something that I wanted to commit to because I knew where I was at. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was never going to be the guy that stood up on marriage vows and things of that nature. So it's just more of a, like, I'm real with myself before, you know what I mean? I'm a fake the funk. Like, and I'm looking at these guys like I said, like a Young Jeezy, and he matching up with, they both media personality. Well, she's a media personality. Yeah. And again, it didn't necessarily, to me, I don't know the ins, the outs, but it didn't necessarily look like he was happy in that situation.
Right. And he probably was. And so that's why when I say, you know, pursue people for your purpose and not pleasure, it kind of, when you go into that, it's more so when you pursuing people for your purpose, you know it's gonna be a lot of bad that come with it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, this is kind of what we was talking about, bro. When people are living in their trauma, it's so much negativity to where now they just pursuing people for their purpose. Right. Because I'm in for my pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So because I've had so much trauma, so much emotional damage, so much all this shit, man, I need people around me to fulfill my pleasure. Right. And so when you do that in a relationship, it's not going to last because it's not for your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's that purpose, it's like, okay, I know that's where the vows through thick and thin, better for worse. Because when you chasing your purpose, you know that just in general, it's going to be a lot of negative shit that you got to deal with to pursue your purpose. So,
but you're more willing to when it's that way.
And you understand. So it's like, I know it's going to be a lot of downs. I know that because I'm pursuing my purpose. Right. But now, when I'm just fulfilling my pleasure, shit ain't going right. Oh, we just grew apart. We just it's not meant to be. That's that because that pleasure done ran out. Right. You know what I'm saying? We done been together 10 years and it was fun. Right. Now it's just but that's why that
But it'd be
marriage
crazy though, because like I say, people be together for a while and then when they get married, that's when it seemed like
that pleasure go away. Yeah. Because you got that newlywed shit, or when we boyfriend girlfriend, we still having fun. It's pleasurable. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not for my purpose. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when you get that, no, I'm marrying you for my purpose. So now, okay, through better or for worse, through thick and thin, because the thing is nowadays, people will have a great relationship for 5-10 years, have 3 bad years, oh, I'm out. Right. And it's like when you you know what I'm saying, if you for my purpose, bro, like nah, we're gonna get through that. Look at Michelle Obama. She ain't like this nigga for 10 years, bro. So. Bro, 10 years? And you stayed, you know your purpose. Exactly. It ain't about pleasure. You put pleasure out the door. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so you got to do that with your friends too. Like it ain't if we've never had not a head to head, but like a real conversation where we kind of disagreed and you were like really kind of constructive criticism. Yeah. Bro, that means I need that. It ain't all pleasurable. Like if we always just having fun all the time, it's fake. That's why a lot of me personally, I had a conversation, bro. I think a lot of women friendships are fake. Because they'll give compliments. Oh, girl, you look good. You know this girl don't look good. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like I might talk shit about you, but I'm playing. They give compliments and they don't mean the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's real. It's a lot more fake sometimes.
Yeah. I get that. And this the road we going on. Because the biggest issue is like the Jadas of this world. You know what I mean? It's an that's why I call it embarrassing. Because you got to us, to the world, Will Smith looks like stand-up guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's top of notch. He's what they call high value.
Exactly. So just having that, just the thought of it is crazy to me because consistently for years, she been going out there kind of bashing Will, like embarrassing him.
He ain't doing nothing about it.
But at the end of the day, it's always been his character to be the bigger guy, I would say. Except for when he went and got out there and slapped Chris Rock. And that's the worst part of it all to me.
Right. And I think that leads to trying to be the bigger person, trying to sweep everything under the rug, trying not to say shit. But at some point, somebody gonna get it. Right. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who it's gonna be. It might be yourself. Somebody gonna get it. And that's why it's like when you don't deal with shit, bro, when you don't deal with whatever, because you got every Will Smith movie, either he talk about not having a dad or the dad not there. It's something about his dad in every one of his movies. Or not his dad per se, but a dad, father figure.
Right.
And so that trauma, then you meet somebody else that got her own trauma, man, it get ugly.
And then it didn't even look like, because at the end of the day, I am not necessarily against Jada for the Tupac, how she talk about Pac and the love she has for him. Again,
it's just over with.
It is over with. It's been a while. It's just more of a have respect for, well, we didn't know that they wasn't together for this long.
The father of your kids, bro.
Right.
Just have respect for the situation.
Yeah.
Understand where you at on your platform, because it's like you really don't care about his feelings about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing about it,
right? And I don't know the conversation they having, and because he will kind of now he's kind of seems like he's just whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want, and you know women really hate that.
But at the end of the day, like she said, they ain't been together since 2016.
Probably because that's what she want. That ain't what he want.
Right. Obviously, he's still trying to work them kinks out a little bit. He should have did what Jeezy and Damian Lillard did,
bro. And that's
divorce,
bro. And that's the sad part, man. This man can literally have anything he want
for sure.
I ain't gonna,
you
know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he can have every woman don't like him, but he can have almost any woman he want, bro.
Right.
And the fact that he's still so traumatized from whatever, and he's still dealing with this woman, bro. That shit runs deep, bro.
And Drake said this in the song. He was like, "Y'all ain't in love, y'all compromising."
Yeah, that's it.
It's a lot of fake love in that aspect, and I just hate the fact that, like I said, that he got on stage, he got a lot of like negative feedback for slapping Chris Rock. He said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth," and she was like, "We haven't called each other husband and wife in years." And it's like at the end of the day, like you said, you can have any chick in the world. Jada Pinkett she a catch too. Don't
I'll
get
be
it
honest
twisted.
with you. I feel like if Jada Pinkett wasn't Will's wife or did mess with Tupac, she'd be regular, bro. My personal opinion.
Oh. Not mine.
I feel like because she don't have no crazy body.
Yeah, that's true.
And bro,
that's why I say she used to be for sure. But she's a beautiful lady. But again though, everything about me is about respect. And like moving forward, it's just kind of hard for your roles to pick up, because a lot of people are looking at this situation like, man, at the end of the day, in Hollywood, Will the bigger
bro, she
draw.
Wouldn't be nothing without Will.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
In that world.
For sure. Mm-hmm. And I think that moving forward, it only gets tougher on her. It might get better for Will. And it's because of her drawing and what she's bringing to her name. Like her name is starting to, you know what I'm saying, digress, I would say.
It's a lot of women that's kind of like, girl, I'm over you now.
Yeah, and when women stop to rock with you, that's when it's getting bad.
That's a problem, bro.
But in our realest, man, it's just, you got to find somebody that's down for you, loyal to you, and say it again.
Pursue people for your purpose, not for your pleasure.
Yeah, I like that, because at the end of the day, relationships, even friendships with guys, females, family, friends, that can relate to. You can relate that to it, because at the end of the day, I don't just necessarily fake vibes with anybody. You can always kind of feel vibes, and you can't fake the vibe. Right. You can fake the jokes. When you throwing a joke out, it might be a little shot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I was just playing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's faking the jokes and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you can't fake vibes. That's why I feel like when we get on here, we kind of talk about things that you make my mind go crazy sometimes. How you bring stuff to the table. But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily ever fake my vibe. Right. Even I tell you, damn man, you made me think this is because it's real.
I ain't think about it like that. Yeah, for
sure. And then when most people, like in Jada's and Will's situation, like I see when they start to separate, they didn't want that embarrassment of the world to
at that time. Now she don't care.
Now she don't care. Ain't that crazy?
They crazy, bro.
2016, she was like, yeah, we ain't gonna tell everybody that we got a divorce, but now I ain't got nothing to talk about. I ain't popular like that, so I'm gonna bring it to the table. But at the end of the day, you gotta find somebody that's really for your purpose and I mean, just keep you happy. Yeah. I ain't necessarily just an advocate of just trying out new things and stuff like that, because you like what you like. But at the end of the day, like I said, you can't really fake the vibes. Most of the Klass and Session podcast, I used to always just bring a topic to the table as far as like execution, what we talked about, embracing your detours.
Yeah.
Last night I celebrated with Jeff his 10-year anniversary. Dope to see 10 years of basically him pursuing his dreams and accepting his detours.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Sure. And they came with it, but with the personal training game, we know it's so much competition in the city. We know, not even competition, but
there's so many other people that's doing it.
So many other people that's doing it. But we try to stay relevant. You try to stay up on your game. Yeah. Same way in the podcasting world. We just, I would say, we just kind of like dusting ourselves off and just evolving every day. Because every day you wake up, it's a new challenge as far as getting clients.
Every damn thing, bro. Especially when you don't work for somebody. Even though entrepreneurs, you still work for people, but we don't have that 9 to 5 go clock in. So we don't have that, okay, yeah, I know I'm going to get up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know it ain't no, I know I'm going to get up, I'm making this every week. Cool. Nah, it ain't none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And even with you guys behind the camera, you know what I mean? Y'all getting up on today we finally shooting on a Saturday, and we usually shoot during the week. Yeah. And I appreciate y'all for pulling up. But at the end of the day, it's like we all have our own goals where money ain't even necessarily
the topic now.
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I literally just woke up, bro. I sat up, and I was like, bro, life really hard than a bitch, bro. Like, every day you got to get up and do something.
For sure.
Like, you got to, obviously until you reach a status, but it's like, bro, you really got to get up and you really got to go do shit. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like, life ain't, that's why the strongest only survive, bro.
You can't be just doing nothing.
Bro, like, that's, you can't, you have to get up and you have to go work and you have to do shit. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, you really have to. Sometimes
unless you was, and like I said, unless you was just dealt them cards that was just.
But then you're gonna be depressed. When you ain't doing that and you ain't depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I tell, man, when I was really kind of in my bachelor days and really running the streets, I would always tell women, like, bro, you can't change my life. You can enhance it, but you can't change it because I'm pursuing my purpose, dog. Right. Like, I can't, even if a woman come to me and say, I'll give you $1 billion, I can't just sit out the house and not do nothing. I'm still going to feel like I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? And so with women, it's a little different. Like, every woman really wants to be taken care of. Like, they don't want to do shit. But as a man, like, you can, like, a man ain't gonna sit there and be like, man, I want somebody to take care of me, bro. If I can just, even if I hit the lotto, bro, I can't just be at home bored, bro.
For sure.
I gotta do something.
But at the end of the day, it's I think it's kind of changing a little bit. You got these go-getter women that's kind of like, man,
they all want to be taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if they gonna pick, they rather, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna cut you off, bro. But that's what's crazy to me, and I think that's how the world has really are changing the women's mindset, because it's like, bro, I don't see why you wouldn't want somebody to take care of you, bro. Like, I want to, like, if that was, it's like, why do I really want to go pursue a career and have to go give half my life to this other career when somebody can really take care of me? That's a privilege, bro. Like, I would love that. Like, that's just me personally, but I understand.
You gotta embrace that role, man.
Yeah, you gotta embrace it. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different conversation, man.
Yeah, but really what my point is basically like with Jeff. I'll just use him as an example. Again, I had Jeff on the radio show in 2017. It's 2023 now. He done been on the podcast a couple times. And it's like, when in 2017, he wasn't close to being where he is now. He was just
trying to find his lane.
And I remember him telling me this. The battery got put in his back from a friend that believed in him. You know what I mean? He believed in himself, but his friend believed in him, and it gave him the confidence to go ahead and jump on stage. And that's why I always say, because I used to do this podcast alone, and I would say, man, I need a team. I even on season two, bro. On season 2, I'm like, man, I need to put a team together, PR, as far as like just helping me come with different ideas and things of that nature. And this is like, I really believe the biggest thing that Jeff showed me last night that he has a strong team behind him.
You gotta have a team, bro. You can't do this shit by yourself, bro.
For sure.
You need people. You need a team. Ask for help, bro. You cannot do this shit alone. I don't care what you trying to do, bro. You cannot do this shit alone, bro.
You have to, like we was talking about, when you get your team, you gotta take care of your team.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Make sure they not just feeding into you and you feeding into them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'll say this, like when I was clubbing, I was just DJ, promote, my friends that didn't have jobs at the time, come on. Let's go promote this club real quick. Put a little quick money. I've always been that guy. Yeah. I've always been the guy that I would tell my friends, man, this stuff will be on more if y'all was a part of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of me doing this by myself, it'll be dope if y'all was to show people, hey, I'm just invested in Klass and Session Rashard as he is. Yeah. Just like anything that they do, this is something that you don't have to tell me. You know what I mean? I'm going, like last night, I showed up for Jeff, and some of his day ones didn't even show up. Yeah. Does he think about that? Yeah. Is it going to stop him? Obviously not. Right. Do I think about it? Yes. Is it going to stop me? Obviously not. No, but at the end of the day, it's something I always want to preach. Like Jazz, y'all know I always give Jazz her flowers. At the end of the day, she got all this stuff going on, built to a strong team still going, and now you seeing everything kind of come into fruition. Like it's real talk. Like this is something that might not ever stop. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sure. And once you get your team strong enough to where it ain't gonna stop, then the more blessings. Facts. And again, y'all know how we do, man. We just like to kick our little shit. Just give off our little knowledge on everything. Some slight. Don't be like Jada.
Don't be like Will either.
Don't be like Will either. Nah, real talk. That's my guy though. Yeah. Big salute to Will. Big salute to Dion. Big salute to my guy Jay Hill. To the team, CC Network. That's your boy First Class. It's Klass and Session. We gone.
Boom. We out.